We're recording.
Daniel and Megan, Daniel and Megan, Daniel and Megan, Daniel and Megan, the best wedding ever, best wedding ever. She looks so pretty, she looks so pretty, she looks so pretty, so much to drink. Daniel and Megan, best wedding ever.
Is that not the most beautiful wedding?
That was a beautiful wedding. It went on for a while.
Yeah.
But
It
they
was
leaned
like,
into
got
it.
the second base, third base,
Right?
it was hot.
No, it was.
I mean, there
I
was
hadn't seen that before the wedding, but it was definitely
I
romantic.
mean, I was into it.
I was really into it.
Yeah.
It is romantic though. I think it'll last. I'm sure.
I think, well, I
like
mean,
forever.
let's
We
chat in a couple
love
weeks.
you.
We love you
It
guys.
was so fun.
Pleasure.
What a great. I don't like that.
Let's do it again. Okay, minus.
Don't say we love you, Megan.
No.
We love you, Megan.
Okay, mommy.
Have a happy life. And then you'll do.
Mommy.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Bye, and let's do this. Move me around it. Spin me around it.
Go.
Sister wives, I'm leaving our tribe. No, the love is not true. I have just realized that our love is not as pure and precious as the love that Dan and Megan have, and I can no longer see through. I'm out.
Me too. I'm out.
You get it.
I just realized that I'm in love with my sister wife.
Oh yeah, baby. Sorry, Will.
The first time we met Daniel, he came to our house up here at the Russian River and spent the night. Over breakfast the next morning, he volunteered to clean our gutters up on the roof, and we accepted his offer. It was the first, he climbed up onto the roof complete with equipment, and Megan climbed up on the roof right behind him. First time she had ever been on our roof. So either she figured he was a keeper, or she was afraid he would fall off the roof, or afraid what Michael, who was also on the roof, would say to him. So, needless to say, they're going to be living happily ever after, so he was a keeper.
Yeah, that made you decide he was a keeper.
That made us decide he was a keeper, you're right.
And this is true.
He's so serious, look at him.
Thank you.
I love you and I love the man.
I
Here's oops, gotta get you right here. There we go. Okay. Here's to all the great times of the past and all the great times to come. We love you and we wish you happiness and love
for all
forever.
time.
Love you.
Love you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, now you push.
It's the chocolate chip cookie.
Whether we're making chocolate chip cookies in frying pans,
Or negotiating your net worth in camels for your hand in marriage.
Now this is where I'm supposed to do my heartfelt speech, and it's really hard on camera. I am so grateful to have known you, to have grown up together, to call you my sister, my friend, to be here, to have traveled the world and traveled our hearts, and I just love you. And I'm so excited to be part of this next adventure and this next phase in your life. And mwah.
Hey Megan and Daniel, this is Yasha and Meryl. We found ourselves on the same team and we realized we have something in common. We both remember something about like the moment when you guys came together. I remember you just boldly and fearlessly asking me and to connect you with someone in San Francisco who might be able to hang out with you. And I remember after a little bit of some roundabout maneuvers giving you Daniel's number, and Meryl remembers.
And I remember having coffee with you over at my house the day that you were going to go on your first urban hike with Daniel, and we were talking about it. You were visiting for a little while, and you were at my house having coffee with me, and then you were taking off to go on your urban hike and your first date with Daniel.
And the rest you pretty much know yourself. So we're just really happy to spend a moment loving you from...
We think you're awesome, amazing, harmonious, so sweet, loving, creative,
Surprising.
respectful, hot tub loving, elevated,
Delectable.
skinny dipping, adventurous, delicious, unique, stylish, canon, righteous. I'm not being helpful, but I love you. Go, Megan. Have a happy life.
If you were cake, I'd have another.
When Daniel was in 6th grade, he was sure he was going to be a Major League Baseball player. He figured out that just about the time that he'd be ready to enter the majors, Mark McGwire would be retiring. So he was going to take Mark McGwire's spot. Little did he know he had moved to California and become a musician instead.
So, one of my favorite memories of Dan is when he was living with Brooklyn, out in the middle of nowhere in San Francisco.
Daly City.
And it was like early on, it was like one of the first times I met him, and there was a red boa. And I don't know how he got the red boa, but he picked it up and he's like, "Oh, this is fabulous! Wow, this is a really nice boa." And he's like kind of feeling
Showing it off.
He's like, "Oh, this is nice." He's like, "What would my drag queen name be?" And all of a sudden he just goes, "Cinnamon," and like bails. And so we're like, "Oh, whatever." And then he comes out later with like eyeliner and like lipstick on, and just like, "Cinnamon's here!" And went around the rest of the night, like sitting on people's laps as Cinnamon. It was hilarious. I was dying. I'm like, wow, this guy's great.
Okay, wait. Okay, no, I don't see the button on the right. Did you button? No, okay, really. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Okay, so there's yeah. So we found out we need to. We're something there. I don't know. A video. Can you see it? We love you. Okay. We love you. Love you. We might have had some. Wait, go down. We gotta go down. Oh yeah. No. We need it up. Not a crop shot. Thank you so much, Sheila. We really appreciate it. You hold it up so Megan and Daniel have the right angle on our faces. We love you. Okay. You're the best. Oh my God, this is the funnest. That's a way bad angle for me, guys. No, it's the best. We go down. I think. Is my hair okay? Okay. Am I freezing? Because what if I go here? Okay. Like that. That's great. Okay. Megan and Daniel. Okay. Done. Good job. Love you.
As we stroll along together, holding hands, walking all along, so in love, for we two, no one else but me and you, so in love, are you and I, how to walk along together, holding hands, walking all along, so in love, are we two, no one else but me and you, so in love, are you and I, so in love, are you and I, so in love, are you and I, so in love, are you and I.
Oh no!
Funny story about Daniel was when he was in
Popcorn on the ground.
It was show and tell, and he went out to present, but all he could say was So then finally he said, "I'm sharing my up." Okay, all done. Bye bye.
I remember when
was so happy they found soulmates. It was just the most blessed experience.
They're so beautiful together. And whenever I think of Megan, I think of sunshine and bright smiles and light and the beach and an awesome beach. Yeah, it's
stressful. I told you stressful. I cannot do it. Over. I cannot do it.
This is about the time things started to fall apart, and the emotions were too much. Audrey spontaneously combusted shortly thereafter. This tragic event will go down in the history of Monterrey as one of the saddest things to ever happen. And Daniel and Megan will live happily ever after.
Daniel and Megan, lots of
health,
happiness,
and love.